Don't be mad at Caitlin Clark. She's getting $28 million. Don't they want sisters to get paid, or they don't want a white girl to get paid first? I think that's what it is.
Definitely what it is.
Since she has signed this contract, you guys, and her WNBA season has come and gone. And with that, Nike has not done one thing to promote her. We have not seen any commercials. We have not seen any ads. We have not seen any Caitlin Clark merchandise. And we for sure as hell have not seen any Caitlin Clark signature shoes.
What if I told you that a single sponsorship agreement might encompass the whole sports industry? There is much more to Caitlin Clark's massive Adidas contract than just footwear. It also draws attention to ethnic tensions and gender disputes. This deal fundamentally calls into question what we think we know about sports marketing.
I want Asia Wilson to have a shoe and every black young lady to have a shoe. But she's marketable, and I'm not saying you young ladies aren't.
You said Asia who?
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson.
So from the Aces?
Yes.
That's what everybody's mad
Oh
about because she doesn't have a sneaker.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Right. So I'm not saying she's not marketable, but people are up in a frenzy, and nobody was paying attention when I was talking about this during the NCAA tournament, not the sneaker part.
What's the big deal, you might be asking? Let me clarify. Both Caitlin Clark and AIA Wilson were signed by Nike, but at the time, neither of them had a signature shoe. Nike then instructed Caitlin Clark to wait while creating Wilson's signature shoe. Nike said nothing more after that. The rookie phenom Caitlin Clark, meanwhile, inked a big contract with Adidas, although there are concerns about the timing. Conversely, AIA Wilson, a multiple MVP winner, is about to start producing her own line of signature shoes. However, Nike wants to lead this time.
You deal with corporate America. It is no feelings involved. It is purely business. And a lot of people get emotional over race, over how good you are, over if this person's a better basketball player, football player, rapper, singer, whatever. It is all about business for corporations in corporate America. And it's all about, can you sell their product?
However, since it involves more than just two participants, this is when things start to become really interesting. It concerns gender, race, and sports marketing's future. We will explain why this is so much more than just business as usual in the context of a deal that is impacting the entire industry. Get ready because this story will change the way you think about sports endorsements.
It's Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, Reebok, whoever said, could she sell our shoe? Could we sell our shoe? Because when you sit there and say, Caitlin Clark got $28 million, first of all, that equals $3.5 million a year if you do the division.
Yeah. All right, let's zoom out for a while. Now, it's not just Caitlin vs. AIA, we're witnessing a titanic battle. In the battle between Nike and Adidas, the stakes are higher than ever. Are you ready to see how things turn out?
He reports Nike wants to prioritize Asia Wilson, and it fears the optics of giving a rookie a signature shoe before an already established star who just won league MVP for the third time.
By sticking to their tried and true strategy of endorsing well-known celebrities like AIA Wilson, Nike has been playing it safe. However, the issue is that they might have been too focused on the big names to notice the next big thing. Caitlin Clark has been making waves while Nike has been spotted napping off.
Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they ignoring?
What happened to Clark after Nike signed her? Nothing is present, including no products or ads. It appears that they have forgotten that they were interacting with a rising celebrity. You know what happens when you nap in the world of sports? You lose.
So when she turned pro, several shoe companies were after her. Under Armour said she'd be the face of Curry brand, Adidas, and Nike.
Everyone is buzzing about the offer that Adidas made to Caitlin Clark. It's a declaration as well as a contract. Adidas claims to support women's sports and to believe in them themselves. Adidas saw what Nike was unable or unwilling to do.
Now let's talk about regular season viewership, not draft viewership. Regular season viewership, it grew by 20% in 2023. It's grown by 180% now, which means it would take another 5 or 6 years to do what Caitlin Clark.
So why did Nike let her get away with it? It can be related to internal politics. The next big item right in front of them can be unnoticed because they are too focused on their current stars. Or maybe they are just stuck in the past, whereas Adidas is focused on the future.
Doesn't make any sense at all. And playing the politics where, oh, we need to release Asia's shoe first. Well, no, it's not Caitlin's fault that you haven't done anything for Asia yet. And maybe think about, why haven't you released something for Asia yet? Is it because you're not sure how it will sell? And if that's the truth, like, that's just business. Why are we coddling these women. You wouldn't see this on the men's side. If a brand thinks they're gonna sell shoes with a player, they're gonna release some stuff. They're not going to be like, oh, well, so-and-so has been playing in the league a little bit longer, so I'm going to make sure I get theirs out first, then we'll push Caitlin's 2 seasons. They're saying now that we might not get a signature shoe from Caitlin until 2026 or 2027.
As you can see, Adidas offers more than just sneakers here. They are promoting an idealized view of women's sports. Yes, they are placing a significant wager on Clark, but they are also placing a wager on a completely new era of sports marketing. They're stating, hey, we see the potential in women's sports and we're going all in. Adidas is out there changing the game and making moves that are impacting the entire industry, while Nike is left playing catch-up and multiple MVP winner AIA Wilson is still waiting for her trademark shoe.
Landed a major endorsement deal with Adidas. This partnership is a game changer. It's a huge win for Clark and for women's basketball.
So, what does this signify for sports marketing going forward? Is a change in leadership occurring? Or will Adidas surpass Nike in the near future? While everyone's focus is on the dollar signs in women's sports, a heated debate is simmering beneath the surface. Does this endorsement drama have anything to do with race? If so, how might it change the sports marketing industry as a whole? There is a lot more going on here than just contracts and sneakers, despite what you would think. We are talking about a scenario that is highlighting some more significant issues in the sports marketing sector.
People can love a player, love everything that they're about, and want to buy their shoes. Wilson capitalized on Caitlin Clark, and they put out signature Caitlin Clark balls and other merch that literally sold out within minutes of them going live. The hype that Caitlin Clark had going into this season, we will not see that again. She came off of playing in a national championship game that had over 20 million people tuned into that game, then going straight into the draft, and then going straight into the WNBA and breaking an insane amount of records.
Let's deal with this problem head on. Some contend that Caitlin Clark's success is being criticized for reasons other than her athletic ability, such as the fact that she is a white athlete participating in a sport with a large black population. Although this is a delicate subject, we cannot ignore it if we want to understand the whole context of the circumstance.
I wonder how many comments they read from black fans saying something like, don't let the white media promote that white bitch into taking over our game.
However, gender in sports marketing is also being brought to light by this entire situation. Therefore, race is not the only factor. In addition to modifying the rules for Clark, her deal with Adidas is also redefining how companies perceive female athletes and their marketability, which has an impact on women's sports endorsements in general.
We're committed to Asia Wilson.
These liberals are fools. This is where things start to become very interesting, though. This circumstance is more than just bringing issues to light. It is advocating for change. Businesses are being compelled to examine their prejudices and reconsider how they promote athletes from varied backgrounds. There may be a change coming to the whole sports marketing scene. We are being forced to examine representation and recognition in sports marketing in light of this entire mess. Who receives all the attention? Who is left behind? Furthermore, why are there questions that brands can no longer ignore?
How impressive has Asia been this season?
I think she's the greatest player in the game. I think she's one of the greatest players of all time, and we just need to stand down and recognize and pay homage.
24.0 points per game, 12.1 rebounds per game, and now 1,000 points in a single season. Asia Wilson's stats are off the charts.
Think about this. If Adidas is aware of Caitlin Clark's potential, are there any other prospects that traditional marketing strategies might be passing up? With companies starting to invest in a greater range of athletes and looking beyond the typical suspects, this might signal the start of a whole new age in sports endorsements. I appreciate you seeing my video. What fools these leftists are. So, what does this signify for sports marketing going forward?
To the biggest star in sports. It ain't happening. They're lying to themselves. They're delusional.
Is a change in leadership occurring? Or will Adidas surpass Nike in the near future? While everyone's focus is on the dollar signs in women's sports, a heated debate is simmering beneath the surface. Does this endorsement drama have anything to do with race? If so, how might it change the sports marketing industry as a whole? There is a lot more going on here than just contracts and sneakers, despite what you would think.
These leftists are idiots.
We are talking about a scenario that is highlighting some more significant issues in the sports marketing sector.
Well, Hawkeyes basketball star and top WNBA draft pick Caitlin Clark is coming to Indiana. She'll suit up to play for the Fever in Indianapolis.
It's news that may have some people wanting to buy her jersey, and for some jerseys, prices are topping hundreds of dollars.
Think about this. If Adidas is aware of Caitlin Clark's potential, are there any other prospects that traditional marketing strategies might be passing up? With companies starting to invest in a greater range of athletes and looking beyond the typical suspects, this might signal the start of a whole new age in sports endorsements. I appreciate you seeing my video.